The New York Knickerbockers. We all know about them. We've heard of them. I talk about them a lot, being a native New Yorker. Grew up loving the team. Diehard Knick fan until James Dolan had Charles Oakley dragged out of Madison Square Garden. I swore off the team until Jalen Brunson showed back up and got me back in, pulled me back in. And, fully aware of how unaware the New York Knicks fan base as a whole is painted and viewed by the general American sports population. Not to rope you in, TJ, but the Knicks fans are frequently equated with Dallas Cowboy fans. And the fact that we believe our team is the greatest of all time, don't really have the recent victories to back that up. And by recent, I'm talking about decades. The Cowboys have won Super Bowls, plural, since the Knicks last won a championship.
4.
Correct? Knicks won a championship the year I was born. This fine wine may not back it up. I'm in my mid-50s.
You're in your prime, baby.
And Knicks fans celebrating the bouncing of the Boston Celtics like they won it all. Honestly, like cops had to be called in. People were climbing up on top of billboards.
It was like a Philly parade.
What the hell's going on? Except the Philly parade's after they win it all.
I mean, in all honesty, that's a normal Wednesday in New York.
I get it.
Right.
I get it.
Throwing garbage at
Fans
people.
get opened up to interpretation this way as if they're front-loading something they have to still go earn. But good feelings abound. I understand Tatum got hurt. I get it. Knicks eliminated last year. They were banged up. It happens. Got to beat the team in front of you. And they beat the Boston Celtics and suddenly have the Eastern Conference Finals in their home court advantage. Who saw that one coming all season long? Nobody. While the Cavs were winning 64 games and the Celtics were doing Celtics things. So Knicks fans are feeling it. Feeling it. This is it. This is their time.
I can feel it.
Here come the Pacers into the building. Team that eliminated them last year. Knicks fans feeling all we had to do was be healthy. We would have beaten them. Guess what? They're healthy this time around. And they got Karl-Anthony Towns. And Bridges. And a home court advantage in the Eastern Conference Finals. All they have to do is take the court in game one and make sure these good feelings, these good tidings, these advantages they have aren't washed out by a loss that recalls all the bad feelings of the last few decades. All they got to do is avoid the embarrassing, mortifying, heartbreaking, heart-wrenching loss at the hands of the Pacers by blowing a massive lead to recall the times that they would blow leads. Oh, wait a minute. I'm told that's exactly what happened. Choke 2.0 is the back page headline of the New York Post. Epic collapse crushes Knicks in frighteningly familiar fashion. The inset is Reggie Miller doing the choke move then when he scored.
Wow.
All those points in those small amounts of seconds back in the day. And there's
9 points, wasn't it?
Tyrese Halliburton in 8 seconds. Yeah. Tyrese Halliburton with the same damn move.
I mean, the proper hand over.
It's not like he had it prepared or anything.
He couldn't have.
Same damn move. But even that was premature celebration, for which there is medicine. And that is, after you consult your doctor for premature celebration, winning the damn game in overtime that you didn't see coming because you blew a 14-point lead in the last 2 minutes and 51 seconds. Win it in overtime. Couldn't do that. Lost it. They lose it. And all the bad feelings. Charles Smith can't make a layup. And Patrick Ewing can't make a finger roll, and John Starks can't make a shot against Houston. They're all coming back with Reggie Miller and the choke move. All of it laid bare in front of Clyde Frazier and Bernard King and Larry Johnson and Starberry and Larry David and Susie Essman were back together. And I'm sure all of the language they're associated with was used liberally by every Knick fan in Madison Square Garden watching this disaster unfold. The slow motion car crash unfold.
Don't forget Chalamet.
In front of Chalamet.
I love Chalamet, man.
If Tracy Morgan wasn't vomiting, he was by the end of this one.
Starks was in the building.
Everybody was
Yeah,
there.
they were all there.
Everybody.
All of it. And I got to be honest with you, Chris, I don't want to have this debate. We've had it multiple times. I know you keep saying, if you know you're going to lose,
Yeah, you don't want to
you'd
lose
rather
like
be
that,
blown
bro.
out
What do you
rather
mean?
than this.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, Neesmith making
Everything.
every shot in the fourth quarter. And knowing he's getting the ball, and it was as wide as the Atlantic Ocean. Splash. Over and over and over again. And Halliburton hitting the back heel, having it pop straight up and come down the chimney.
That was insane.
Without hitting anything but net.
Insane.
And it took its time, too.
Oh, it was like 20 feet in the air.
It hung.
I saw it.
I was like
So
go to
did
the
Bill
fair.
Bradley.
Poor Bill Bradley was there, man.
In front of everybody. Holy crap.
That's a shame.
And in terms of never seeing something like this before, the Pacers had all the stats.
Yeah, they
Tweeting
were,
it out
yeah.
over the last 27 postseasons. Teams were 0 and 970 when they trailed by 14 or more in the last 250 of regulation. That's now 1 and 970. But wait, there's more. The interns were crushing it. Since 96-97, teams that have trailed by 7 or more in the final 50 seconds of the fourth quarter or overtime of the playoffs are now 4 and 1,702. The Pacers have 3 of those wins, and they're all this year.
That was the one where I was
They
I
did
was
it to
just
the
like,
Bucks. They did it to the Cavs, and now they've done it to the Knicks. They've done it in each round, which makes them feel inevitable. I don't blame them. They're deep, they're good, and they feel no deficit is too large. They feel it. Tyrese Halliburton, Knicks fans, I'm sure he is now viewed as public enemy number 1.
5-0 said freeze.
And hey, Knick fans, you don't want them to do the choke sign? Make your free throws. Stop the three-pointers when you know they're going to take them. Yep. Play better defense. Keep them out of the end zone, we always say in football. Halliburton was asked after the game. Tyrese Halliburton, which is what I believe Cedric the Entertainer called him after his church bells celebration against Cleveland in the last such comeback win, right? Is what he had to say about the choke move.
In the moment, I mean, I wasn't like plotting on it or anything. Everybody wanted me to do it like last year at some different point. But it's just gotta feel right. And it felt right at the time. If it would have been if I would have known it was a 2, I would not have done it. So I think I might have wasted it. If I do it again, then people might say I'm like aura farming. So I'm not, I don't plan on using it again.
Can somebody help translate that last line for me?
No idea what that
Aura
means.
farming?
No idea.
Like you're seeking attention. You're looking for recognition.
Okay.
You know.
By the way, if he does it again and it makes a comeback and does a choke again, who cares? Or a farm are you on?
Cooper, my 14-year-old, who is a Celtic fan. Again, Sue's got the Celtics and the Patriots. I got the Yankees. When he goes to college and he tells his new dorm mate his favorite teams, they're going to say, "What weirdo are you?" At any rate, he turns to me, my sweet Coop. Says, Dad, looks like you're getting a taste of your own medicine tonight, aren't you?
God, I love that. I love Cooper.
That's what he said to me. And I said, yes, Cooper.
Now go to bed.
I am. Yes.
No ice cream for
Now
you.
go to bed
To your room.
in front of Chalamet. Is that the new phrase?
In front of Chalamet.
Oh, my God.
In front of Chalamet. Rich and Chris, are we forgetting maybe the most important thing? If Tyrese Halliburton wore a 13 and not a 14, that would have been the walk-off.
Guess what?
Or if he was, actually behind the line, that might have just been all net.
That's true.
Wouldn't have hit the back of the rim.
Interesting. That extra foot would have. Who cares? Listen, this was what Brunson had to say next to a despondent Karl-Anthony Towns afterwards. Roll it.
I mean, in the playoffs, when you win, it's the best thing ever. When you lose, the worst thing ever. And so the best way to deal with all that is to stay level-headed and making sure we have each other's backs. Obviously, not the way we wanted to finish the game. Obviously, it's not a good feeling, but a lot of basketball left to be played. So we can't sulk. We just got to get better.
I got to be honest with you guys. The
Cat
feeling,
balled out, too.
He did.
Yeah, he did.
He was great.
Cat was great.
He's great. And
Everybody balled out. This was a great game.
It was
was
fun.
a great game.
It was epic. It's the sort of thing that everybody's going to be talking about. And I understand the NBA playoffs. One game happens. The next game's on Friday. You can turn the page or anything. I just have a fear and a feeling. And they're one and the same. This has a sensation of the Gibson home run, the Freddie Freeman home run.
Interesting.
Game one moments of 7-game series where you have the sense of game over. I don't know how you come back from this, and it would be a testament to the grittiness that has been ascribed to this Knicks team all season long to find the reserve to go back into that nightmare location, the Mecca. I get it. And even the series, go to Indianapolis, quiet the crowd there, use the home court advantage, and make this just an asterisk and a footnote rather than another tombstone in the decades-long search to find the Willis Reed, Bradley, Clyde Frazier, Red Holtzman. Good tidings once again. That is a massive mountain to climb, is what I thought of when I cried myself to sleep last night. Only to wake up in the middle of the night and have it wash over me. That's the type of loss. Have trouble going back to sleep. Talking to yourself to say, it's just a game. You're a grown-ass man. Why are you feeling this way? Get over yourself. That's the type of loss it was. And congrats to the Pacers for doing it again. Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.